Hello and welcome to the Fuzzy Viking Movie Review. I'm your host, Maude the Mad Hobbit, here to talk to you today about Shazam! Some may even call it the real Captain Marvel movie. Now, imagine having superpowers. You know, like any one of us average Joes getting superpowers. Like, you know, being a little taller than you really are, or being a little shorter, or being a little more stacked, if you know what I mean. Now, as you all know, powers do come with responsibility. Other than learning how to use your powers, of course you need to know how to use them without being a complete asshole. Since spoilers are bad, I'm gonna have to do a lot of dancing around the actual events of the movie. But I will mention, however, that I really enjoyed how the characters were fully developed and not just, you know, plot elements. The villain was also really cool and really hot, and I could feel as though I actually connected with him and a few other characters in the story, for most parts.
Sorry, can I help? Can I help? Do you want an autograph or something?
Give me your power. Or die.
Oh, snap. You're like a bad guy, right? Okay. Look, before this gets really stupid for you, you should know that I'm basically invincible. So you know...
The weapons of man draw no blood from our kind. The only thing that extinguishes magic is magic.
Oh, you did not see that one coming, did you, Grandpa?
The way he moves, the way he talks, oh, that villain is to die for. Unlike another movie that shall not be named, Shazam did a good job of touching on the right blend of action and humor without belittling anyone on screen or in the audience, and made you care about the characters. It didn't take itself too seriously, wasn't trying to make some culture point, and because of that, it was free to tell a good and well-crafted story. Now, people who read the comics will tell you that the characters and story weren't exactly the same, and that's fine. Most movies do that with their characters. For example, their really cool and cute villain isn't the same as he was in the comics, and I think they did a really good job of portraying him in the movie.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy.
At one point, though I'm not going to tell you why, you have to see for yourself, you know. And while overall I did like the movie and I thought it was pretty strong, I do have to mention a couple of things I think they could have done better. Keep in mind that these will be some slight spoilers, so if you don't want to hear them, please skip this part. One of the biggest weaknesses the movie had, character-wise, was the wizard. He wasn't on the screen long enough for me to truly get a grip on his story. Because of that, he was more like a plot element and not a person. Yes, it was clear that he wanted to protect the world from the 7 deadly sins, but that was about all I knew. And that's cool, maybe he's perfect and just loves everyone. But where's his backstory? Where did his powers come from? They did a pretty bad job establishing his origins and explaining why choosing Billy Batson was such a desperate act. As a result of that, it made the responsibility that our protagonist had seem a lot less important. And that's a really bad thing to do in movies. Ah yes, our protagonist, Billy Batson, the orphan. No, I'm kidding. The origin of why he has no parents and is in foster care is actually definitely different than in the comics. While this made me feel a lot for the character and touched me personally, when I thought about it, I realized it was an impossible situation. Not to go into too much detail, but there's no way in the world that the authorities would be unable to track Billy's mother down simply because she changed to her maiden name. That part of the story I felt was a bit weak and needed more of an explanation, maybe a little more logic in their backstory, but if it worked, it worked. Despite that, overall, it was an element that not only made the character touch me emotionally and be more believable as a person, but it was a very important eye-opener and character growth moment when he discovered the truth about his family. So, to wrap this up, Shazam was definitely a great addition to the DC Cinematic Universe. It did a much better job than Batman vs. Superman or Justice League, and it sets the stage for DC to actually start putting out movies to draw audiences in. So, this has been Maude the Mad Hobbit's first movie review. I hope you liked it and will want to see more. Just remember, second breakfast is one of the most important meals of the day. Well, except maybe tea time.